على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. In the ayats before this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned that the Surah of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam is Ahsan al-Qasas, the best of incidents, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned many different aspects in the Surah, which is a very jami, very comprehensive Surah, has many lessons in a person's life, which a person can take benefit. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the beginning, remember the time when Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said to his father, that, "Oh my beloved father, Ya Abati, my beloved father, I have seen in a dream 11 stars, and I saw the sun and the moon, and I saw them, all of them, they were making sajda to me." So this was the dream of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu explains the meaning of this dream is that the 11 stars are Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam's 11 brothers, and the sun is the father, and the moon is the mother. They say, Allama Qurtubi rahmatullah has mentioned that Yusuf alayhi salam's mother had passed away before the incident had taken place, but his khala, his mother's sister, had got married to his father. So the al-khalatu bi manzilatil your auntie, your mother's sister is like in the rank of your mother, especially when she's not there. Otherwise she has got that rank. And also once she got married, she was a stepmother. So in that way also she also is called your mother. So anyhow, Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam had seen his dream, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars, they're making sajda to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. So then Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, as we will do inshallah tomorrow, he told Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, they don't explain this dream to anybody, because they might try to cause some harm to you. So the ulama have mentioned now what is the dream, what is the reality of dreams. So they say that when a person goes to sleep or a person becomes unconscious, and all the outward parts of the body, they've come to a rest. At that time, Allah Ta'ala shows in the mind of a person certain forms, and this is referred to as a dream. Then there are three types of dreams. The one type of dream, or two types of dreams are completely false. They there's nothing true in them, it's a complete lie. And there's one of them which is true. So the different kinds of dreams, sometimes a person, whatever he was doing throughout the day, he was doing some work, he was very worried about something. So the same thing he sees at night when he's sleeping. So this is one type of dream. It comes in a certain form. And this is called hadith al-nafs, where the nafs is just talking to a person and discussing with a person. And you get a second type, which shaitan comes and troubles a person. He shows a person certain waqiyat, certain incidents, certain thoughts. Sometimes he makes a person happy, sometimes he makes a person frightened. This is called tasweelu shaitan, the thoughts which shaitan puts into a person's mind. So this has got no real benefit, it's a complete lie. Many times a person has a wet dream also. It's part of this one, tasweelu shaitan. Shaitan comes and puts certain thoughts in a person's mind, and the person has this. Then there is a third type of dream which is called ar-ru'yatu sadiqa wa salihah, a true dream or a pious dream. Sometimes you see good things, so this is called a pious dream. Sometimes you see bad things also, but it can be true, so it's called a true dream. So this is a certain type of dream. It's a kind of ilham and inspiration which Allah Ta'ala puts into the person's heart. But the ulama say that the only benefit of this is either to give glad tidings to a person or to warn a person. This is the only thing what the object of the dream is, which Allah Ta'ala puts into a person's heart. So nothing more than this. It's either a warning, which is the means of glad tidings. One hadith Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said that nothing remains of nabuwat illa al-mubashirat, except glad tidings. So the Sahaba asked, what is this glad tidings? So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, no, it means the true dream which a person sees. Similarly, the ayat of the Quran, Allah says, Allah inna awliya Allah, the friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no fear upon them, there's no grief upon them. And lahumul bushra fil hayati dunya wa fil akhirah, they've got glad tidings in this worldly life and the year after. So one tafsir of glad tidings is a true dream. A person will see for himself, or other people will see it on behalf of the person. They will see some glad tidings on behalf of that person. But this, as we mentioned, that this is one type of dream, and we do not know where it can be. It's also one of the other types of dreams. So a person sees in a dream, he's a very pious person, he's got a certain rank, he's got something which is yaqini and definite. Because the ulama say that whatever is in this world here, whatever is going to happen, before this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got another world, it's called alam mithal. And in this world, everything has got a special kind of form. So like how there are things present in this world, like human beings, these things there, they've got certain kinds of forms in there. So when a person is sleeping, then our soul goes into that places and he sees all these different kinds of forms. And there are certain awadis, sometimes certain external factors which has an effect on this. So sometimes it's difficult even for a person to interpret it. Like example, Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam didn't see his mother and father and the brothers. He saw the stars and the moon and the sun and the moon and the stars. And now you give interpretation of this means your mother, your father, and your brothers, whatever. So it shows in certain other forms. And sometimes because of certain external factors, maybe a person got guna in his life, certain sins in his life, or sometimes shaitan interferes with that person. So it actually becomes difficult for a person to actually understand this, the interpretation of the dream. So you get people who interpret, this is a bounty of Allah Ta'ala. You can't actually learn it. You can't go to any madrasa and show me a kitab or learn it. Like one person went to one person who interprets dreams, and he told him, I had a dream, and in the dream I saw that there's a fire under my bed. So he told him, go and dig under your bed, you'll find some gold there. Something valuable. He went, he dug under, he found some treasure, he found some gold. A few months later, another person came to him, he said, I had a dream, I saw a fire under my bed. He said, get out of that house quickly, there's some harm coming to you. So he moved out of the house, and then the house fell down and it was completely destroyed. So now the people were surprised. Same dream he had, two people had the same dream, exactly the same. And they asked him in two completely different interpretations. So then they went to ask him, like, what is the difference? Like, why the one person you told him was something good, and the other person was something bad? So he said, no, the first person came to me in winter. And winter, to have fire under your bed is a very good thing. So I realized immediately there must be some benefit under the bed. So I explained to him that dig up under there, you'll find something good. The other person came to me in summer, and in summer to have a fire is not good. So immediately I realized there was some harm coming to that person. So I told him to move the house. You know, this is a gift which Allah Ta'ala grants to people. So some people Allah has gifted them. So much so they say that even non-Muslim people, some of them, they are able to interpret dreams. So even a person who is interpreting dreams doesn't make a person a pious person or a good person. But the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did inform us that when we are asking somebody for dreams, rather ask a pious person, because inshallah, as we will do tomorrow, the interpretation of dreams sometimes happens according to how that person explains it. So anyhow, the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, their dreams are always it's true, and their dreams are in the level of wahy and revelation. But our dreams, because it's possible that shaitan has come and has some influence. Sometimes it's because of our natural things that were happening throughout the day. Sometimes because of the darkness of sin. So it has a great effect on the dreams. So that is why a person has to be careful. So we can take the dream if sometimes you have a dream. The ulama say, especially if you have a dream and you remember it. Many dreams we have at night and you don't remember. In that time you're thinking, what a dream I had. You wake up in the morning, somebody asks you, say, I forgot 3/4 of the dream. You can't even remember any portion of the dream. So you don't worry about those dreams. And if a dream, a person wakes up and he gets frightened, then just turn on the other side, a slight spit. You don't have to take out any saliva or whatever. Poor wife is sleeping there, she'll get messed. But a person just makes a bit of saliva, and ulama say this is to show shaitan, but you know what, you are useless, you are nothing at all, I'm spitting at you. Read A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim. Read some surahs of the Quran Sharif. If you can, make wudu, read 2 rakat salat and go back to sleep. Don't worry about it also. Don't even ask anybody for the interpretation. Inshallah, it don't cause any harm to a person. So a person mustn't worry too much about those frightening dreams or whatever. If a person is committing a guna, a certain sin, then this should be a lesson for a person. Allah is inspiring a person that stay away from the sin. Or sometimes Allah is giving glad tidings. You know what? Encouraging a person. A person starts going on the right path. He sees a good dream. So this is a means of encouragement for a person. So much dreams are. But dreams cannot change Shariat. They cannot give a person a level. And why I'm mentioning this here is that there are many people who see certain dreams. There was one person here in South Africa from a pious family, and then after that he changed. And the thing of what was changing was because of dreams. So eventually a time came when he started seeing dreams, and he saw Khidr alayhi salam according to what he saw in the dream. And Khidr alayhi salam told him slowly that, you know what, there's no need for you to keep a beard. You are another kind of wali, so you can remove your beard. So then he removed. Then eventually Shaitan came to him and told him, or this person, that namazes are not necessary for you now. You've reached a certain level that Allah Ta'ala has made mark for you, the namazes. So eventually, slowly, he started leaving salat. And then the family members of him were inspired, you must take bayat at his hands. And they started taking bayat at him. And then eventually he started making zina with certain people. He was inspired in a dream. So where a person goes to because of accepting dreams. So don't give dreams such a status. The Shariat is there, and the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's the highest. So no dream can ever override any law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a person must always keep this in mind. So if any dreams a person has also, this is sometimes shaitan comes and he influences a person. And this was a pious family. And unfortunately, so many people of the family went misguided because of this. May Allah Ta'ala protect and save us from the evil of our nafs. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdihi.